Hey there and welcome. In a world that is just obsessed with getting noticed, have you ever seen those people who are, well, almost invisible online? They're not hiding, not at all. They're making a strategic choice, privacy over popularity. Today, we're diving into how being low-key isn't a weakness, but actually a massive sign of real inner security. Let's get into it.
So let's just start with the big question, right? In this crazy, noisy world where it feels like everyone is broadcasting their every single move, is your silence a weakness? Does it mean you're falling behind? Or is it actually your most powerful strategy? To answer that, we first have to really understand the stage we're all standing on. And that stage is what we can call the constant digital performance. Think about it. So much of our social life now feels like a non-stop performance. There's this unspoken pressure, this feeling that you have to participate in digital showmanship, constantly posting, curating, and turning your actual life into content for an audience. And when you put these two approaches side by side, the contrast is just stark. On one side, you've got the whole digital showmanship thing. It's all about constant updates, chasing validation. But on the other side, you have the low-key life. And that's about intentional privacy, not out of fear, but from a really deep place of inner security. So making that choice to be low-key leads us right to our next point, which is absolutely critical. Protecting your mind, your mental workspace, from all of that external noise. I mean, let's be real. For most of us, trying to keep up that digital performance is just exhausting. It's what you'd call a low-value task, but it drains a huge amount of your cognitive energy. Precious energy you could be putting into things that actually matter in your real, tangible life. And there's a very real psychological trap here. Psychologists have a name for it, social comparison theory. And you know exactly what this is. It's that horrible, draining cycle of comparing your messy, real, behind-the-scenes life to everyone else's perfectly polished, curated highlight reels. It's a game that's literally designed for you to lose. So, here's the crucial takeaway. When you consciously decide to step back from all that, you get some major advantages. You get to avoid that whole digital illusion. You actively protect your mental health. You save that precious cognitive energy, and you can get laser-focused on your actual goals in the real world. Now, this quiet, protected mental space you've created, it gives you the room to build something far more stable and reliable, your own internal compass. This, right here, is the game-changing shift. When you stop outsourcing your sense of self-worth to likes and comments, you develop what's called an internal locus of evaluation. It just means you become the main judge of your own life, guided by your standards, not someone else's. And the difference is just night and day. An external compass, it's all over the place, right? It shifts with every new trend, every change in the algorithm. But an internal compass, now that is steady. It's anchored in your core values, your personal standards, and a real, deep self-awareness. This quote just nails it. When you prioritize substance, who you really are, what you're actually building over status, your confidence becomes this permanent foundation. It's not something that can just disappear because of an algorithm, it's yours. And this leads us to something really powerful, the solid sense of self that can only grow in that quiet space you've so carefully protected. So what's the end result of building that internal compass? It's achieving something psychologists call self-concept clarity. All that really means is having a strong, confident, stable sense of who you are, knowing what you stand for, without needing anyone else to tell you. And that clarity, it gives you a choice, a really fundamental one. You can choose a life of performance, where you feel like you have to announce all your moves just to feel like they count. Or you can choose a life of peace, where you know, deep down, that your life is completely valid and meaningful, even if it's never broadcast to the world. And this, right here, is the ultimate sign of a secure self-esteem. It's a quiet authority. When you truly see yourself, the need for an audience, it just kind of melts away.
Okay, so let's bring it all home. What's the final, ultimate advantage of being what we call a quiet architect of your own life?
I really love this metaphor because it makes it so clear. So many people are out there building a flashy billboard. Sure, it gets attention, but it's fragile, it's temporary, and it's built for other people. The low-key person, on the other hand, they're cultivating a walled garden. It's private, it's sustainable, and it's built to produce real, lasting fruit. For you.
So please, remember this. Your silence is not empty. It's a workshop. It's a strategic space you've created to do the deep work that really truly matters. You are the architect of your own reality, and you're building something solid, away from all the distracting noise. And so, we'll leave you with this final thought to carry with you. The next time you feel that pull, that pressure to join the digital noise, just ask yourself, what masterpiece am I quietly building, away from the public eye? Thanks for tuning in.